this one.
Okay, so like if you check yesterday, I don't know the reason why you never entered again, because this was the trade. Your stop loss was here. Your stop loss was here. It was a $9 stop loss. Market came and took you out. Then after taking you out, this candle actually came back and closed below this zone, which was our zone of selling. Took you out, came back below this zone. So basically it means if ever you took another sell here, because we are still within our zone, every setup and every signal is always given 2 chances. First chance, so long it's still within our range, it still deserves another chance. So basically now the stop loss here was supposed now to be here on this candle. If you check, if you entered there, this was a $4 stop loss, meaning that $9 plus 4, that's $13. You would have risked that simple thing like that, done like that, all the way to this key level that I was talking about. So all the way to the key level from there to here, it was $32 with a minimum lot size. With a 0.002, that was $64. Simple like that. I don't know why you, or maybe you were now sleeping, you didn't see that.
I actually saw it, but then I just say, I know. Let me leave it.
You must follow through on these things, because the market is always designed to take people out. If you're always going to be taken out, then you just say, let me leave it, and not look at what is really happening. Are we really taken out, or just simply a stop loss hunt? So that one was a very easy sell. Very easy sell. Very easy sell. Same as this one, the break and the retest. A very easy sell again. So here it's just a zone of, this is a zone of scalp trades basically. I don't advise anyone to take a trade in that zone, because most probably the market can actually break and go back up. If it breaks to the downside, it's okay. Sales can continue, but basically what it is doing is basically playing in one area like that. So basically, if ever someone looked at this break and this retest, you could have taken this sell again all the way to the key level. This was the first entry, came back again to the zone. You could have sold here. This sell here could have closed at break even, because this move here, you could have taken a tight stop loss there. Then as it moved your way, you could have closed on break even, came back again here as well. This trade right now, you could have even closed also in break even. So basically now this zone is simply a non-trading range for me. That's a non-trading range for VIX75. So basically we're now looking now to see what price is simply trying to do there. Is it trying to break out to the upside? Because at the end of the day, the market does not move in a straight line. It moves. So this daily candle, if you remember yesterday what we talked about this daily candle that is going to close bearish.
Yeah.
So we are still within our range of selling. We are still having that sell bias, but at the end of the day, the market does not move in a straight line. So meaning we have this key level here. That is a key level for our VIX. That is a key level for our VIX. So now I also saw this other scenario yesterday. Just before going to sleep, I realized that price can just bounce back up a bit to touch this other trend line here. Because there are so many trend lines on the market. If you're only looking at one trend line, you will miss other moves that can happen. Because as this trend line is correct, very correct, broken out, retested, it's okay. It gave us these entries, which was okay. But now we are now looking at this trend line now. Touch there, first touch, second touch, broken here, broke out here, faked in. That so basically this move here, it was actually a what? A fake in, because it faked inside the trend line, inside this trend line. So faking into that trend line, what we now want is price not touch this trend line, just as it was supposed to do. Because what it was supposed to do according to the book, it was supposed to break, retest. The retest here was supposed to give us a rejection outside the trend line, not inside like what it did. to go inside. So basically now what can happen most probably today is price buying to come and touch this trend line, then we continue going to the downside like that. So
Yeah,
this is a move that I'm currently expecting today, because after every fake in or fake out, price will always come back to test and touch and give us that rejection that was supposed to happen in the first place. So basically that is our expectation for the day. They can actually be buys, most probably 16 hours left. In this 16 hours, it can actually buy, then most probably continue selling. So as it comes there, it's also further confirmations on our side, because at the end of the day, we also have we'll also be having some further entries also from the top, which also give us opportunities to even enter again from the top, meaning now we can hold, because we now have further confirmations from the daily time frame. So basically it can even extend, even touch there, then close below this trend line. That can actually happen. Come and touch this trend line and even close below. So basically I have this trend line and this trend line. These are my two key trend lines for the day. It can buy, touch there, or even extend to that area, give a third touch, close below this trend line, then boom, we go all the way to the 0%, which is our first target for the sellers. So this is what we are looking at for the VIX. So that's why the reason why we came out of the sales that we took yesterday, which you guys obviously made money on them. The reason why most of them we were coming out early, we're saying sell, come out, sell, come out, sell, come out. It's because of this fact that I always know that after every fake in or fake out, price always has to come back and give the rejection. So basically now we are simply looking out for this move to happen. So once you see price, someone might say, someone can even neglect to take the buys, because you know at the end of the day the momentum is to the downside. Someone can even neglect to take the buys, because you know that most probably now we are in a in a downtrend. So basically in a downtrend we expect to be taking more sales than buys. One can decide that, another person can decide, no, I'll just take the buys. Someone can also decide to take.
You give me the shorts, I'll enter.
Okay. So that is our expectation for the VIX. That is our current expectation for the VIX. Many people right now, they are still holding sales, yet those sales that they are still holding, they can actually be taken out or even went back all the way to your entry point, because they are not aware of such things like these hidden trend lines that many people, they might not even be seeing most of the times on the chart. So it's actually wise to open your eyes wide enough every time when you're analyzing the chart to see these hidden things, because if you don't see them, you actually be making and giving back, making and giving back, making and giving back to the market every time, each and every time. So those are this trend line. It's a key trend line. This as well, it's also a key trend line. So here it can come and bounce here, or even come touch there, then close below here. That can actually happen. So right now you can see that we're actually at a level of support. That's a level of support on the 4 hour. Price has created a level of support here. So now, on the 4 hour, another thing is that already we have a shift in market structure, whereby price has already begun to shift market structure. If you can look closely, we were forming high highs, high lows, high highs, and high lows, high high, high low, high high. Then here, this was a mini high low. Then this is a lower high now, because it failed to come and break this high high. So that is a lower high there. That is where market structure began to shift. That is why I'm saying this buy here, it can decide, if it decides to come here, it's also okay for us, because this can form something like a head and shoulder. This is left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So meaning this will be your neckline breakout, boom, then we continue all the way like that. Unless if it comes back to test this area again, it's also fine, because we are actually going to get earlier sales. We sell there. Once it comes back and below this trend line, we sell again. Once it comes and breaks there, we sell again. So even if it comes there, it's actually good for us as well. If it comes here, it's also good, because we know that we have something like a head and shoulder pattern there. So that is what we are currently seeing on Mr. VIX. So currently we are at a level of support on the 4-hour. One can even decide to say, I'm just going to take some mini buys as price is going to the upside. It's also fine. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. It's because at the end of the day, we just, so long you know and you are aware of where the momentum is, so long you know and you are aware of where the momentum is, so long you are aware of where the momentum of the day or the momentum of the week or the momentum of the moment is, so long you are aware of that. So that area, the price can actually come bounce somewhere there. I think bouncing somewhere there, it will be maybe close to the right shoulder there. So the right shoulder can happen maybe somewhere here, somewhere there. Someone can even consider a right shoulder. If it doesn't come there, it's okay. It can even come to the trend line. It's also okay. We'll just be responding according to what the price will be telling us. So if it comes there, good, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, boom, we strike neckline. Once we break the neckline, so even if you miss this entry on the right shoulder, you can even enter here on the neckline, the breakout of the neckline. Then we hold all the way to the 0%, which is at the bottom here. So that is our current expectations and our current lookout for the VIX. Our current expectations and our current lookout for the VIX. So someone who might want even to scalp or take some buys, you're also allowed. It's not you're not restricted to take any trades, so long you know the movements that we are currently having, so long you know where the momentum is. For example, someone who knows that overall we are in a downtrend and I'm currently expecting what you call this, major sales. That person, even if they take buys, it's not a problem, but at the back of their mind, they are also aware that those buys that I'm taking, I'm not going to hold them maybe for a long time, but I'll just be looking at the market to see, once it rejects at certain areas, I'll simply adjust to whatever the price will be telling me at that particular moment. So another area that it can come and bounce is this area here. This is a neckline on 1 hour. If you remember what we talked about on the issue of double tops, top there, first top, second top, double top. This is the neckline, broken neckline, but never retested. So basically went all the way. So it can come and retest here, retest the neckline, which is also the retest of this trend line. Entry point as well there can happen upon the rejection. We can enter, then all the way like that. So that is also another, that is also another area that you can actually mark on your chart. That area and this area, you just mark out and see. Once you get the rejections on those areas, you simply can enter your trade nicely with your stop losses intact like that. So if you check on the 15-minute, I think it is already broken. That can also give some mini buying opportunities. It is already broken like that. So the VIX75, you can either wait for a retest. That would be a very more safer entry, to wait for a retest, because most of the times many people, they are trapped in such entries like this, because it can even come back down inside here, then maybe come and even break that level. That can actually happen. So a retest is also very wise, because it can show you the rejection. Once you get the retest and the rejection to the upside, it can actually even give you a very reasonable stop loss as well to enter that trade. So that is my current bias and my current view on the VIX. So basically, someone who just entered now, they're simply risking $80 with a minimum lot size, $16 with, depending on the lot size. So basically, someone can wait and say, I want a safer entry, which is after the retest. It's also fine. It's also okay. So basically, that is, so that is the current view on VIX75, in as much as we are in an overall downtrend. But buying opportunities, if you remember, buying opportunities will be there, but the overall bias, you know, your overall bias, that I'm currently expecting this huge thing to happen. So basically, I won't be holding my buys maybe for a day or days, depending on how the price will be moving. So basically, that area here, it's a very key area here. Key zone there. Price can come and give you a beautiful rejection there. Then it will also be an opportunity to actually continue with our what? With our overall selling bias there. If you check there, if you put a trend line on 15, you realize there's actually a trend line there. So meaning it's actually confluence now. That is where the confluence comes in, whereby you're simply combining a lot of things on different time frames. So all of these things, they must be saying and agreeing to the one thing. If you check from the daily, from the 4 hour to the 1 hour, all of them, they are still saying the same thing. All of them, they are saying the same language. From the daily, I told you that price has to come back and touch that trend line. 4 hours, same thing. We are at a level of support. 1 hour, we also have a broken trend line like that. Same as the 15-minute, it's also broken trend line like that. Basically, we're expecting. So basically, this trend line as well, you also need it on your 15-minute. Touch there, touch there. So here, that's why I say that is a very key zone here. Price can come and give you a beautiful rejection there. Can come and give you a beautiful rejection there for some sell entries, so that we continue with our overall sell bias. So guys, this is what I'm currently seeing on the Volatility 75 index. So basically, the sales that you made money with yesterday, those were very good sales. And we also anticipate and hope that today, before the day ends, it will also give us very beautiful early selling opportunities as well, based on what we saw on the daily time frame. Any questions on the VIX?
No questions. No questions.
I hope everything is clear.
No questions. Just that I'm just saying, maybe it won't reach up there, but maybe to end on this. See this on this other line that you place there between the target, the line that you place there
in between.
Another shoulder. Maybe it might end there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. It can even bounce there. It's very possible.
Yeah.
So if you check now how my chart is not clustered, this is also the same thing that we expect to see from you guys. You have a chart that is making sense. Your chart just needs to make sense. You don't need to have a clustered chart whereby you now can't even see what is happening. You now can't even see what you're doing. So if you check, everything is clear here. Nothing is complicated. You can even put your EMA, your 50 EMA. So if you check your 50 EMA as well, can also maybe guide you with your entries as well. So basically, that is the overall thing that we are seeing. But basically, me, I don't even need this sometimes, because I don't need. I know even with this trend line, I can even tell where the EMA is. I can even tell where the EMA is. So the EMA is on this trend line. It's currently on this trend line. If you check, that is where it is. So someone can put that, someone can decide not to put that. It's okay. We are, so long your decision is going to, we are all going to make a decision at the end of the day. So basically, this is what we are seeing on the VIX. So basically, if it goes all the way to that area, that is an easy $43 with the minimum lot size. With the minimum lot size, that's $43. So it depends with the lot size that one will enter, whether you enter 0.002, depending on the account size. You simply need to be reasonable with the account size, because at the end of the day, you are not in this thing for a day or for a week or for a month. You are in this thing for life. So basically, you want to always be consistently making money on a daily basis, not to say today you make, tomorrow you lose. So you actually want to have that consistency. So there's no rush to anywhere here. You're simply lot sizing according to your size, according to your account size. You are lot sizing according to your level. Don't try to
Uh-huh.
don't try to wear shoes that you can't fit in. You need to grow to that level first. Once you reach there, that is where you can now use those bigger lot sizes. For now, relax. Your account so far, I don't recommend you to use 0.0. Don't even use 0.005. Don't use 0.004. Don't use 0.003 for now. 0.001, 0.002, 0.001, 0.002 for now, till further notice.
Got it.
Yeah, so when you reach maybe $500, that is where maybe you can even add 0.003. When you get to 1,000, that is where now at 1,000, a 0.005, it's nothing. It's actually, that is the lot size that is your comfort zone now. A 0.005, maybe a 0.006. That is when you have now reached $1,000, because with $1,000, this move from here to here, that will give you a $200 profit with a 0.005. So a $200 profit on a $1,000 account, it's actually a very, very decent, reasonable target. So basically, for now, with your account, so long you're below $500, focus on 0.001 and 0.002. Focus there. Don't lose your focus because of what you're seeing on Instagram or because of the posts that you see other people making. Relax and focus on your own account.
All right.
So I hope everything is clear. I hope everything is clear.
So far so good.
Right. So there you just wait for price to give you a rejection to the upside. Once it gives you a rejection to the upside, you simply look at where you can place your lot size reasonably so that you're not easily taken out quickly. You don't need to be, you don't need to put your lot size too tight like this. Like, let's say like this.
I think that's one of the problems that I've noticed. I don't know. Yeah, I think I have to change the strategy of placing my stop loss, because most of the times my stop loss is being hunted.
Yeah, they do hunt stop losses. So basically, you also need to give the market room to breathe and do its thing. You need to give it room to breathe. That's why you need to know how much is the stop loss, because sometimes you do like that because you not be aware of how much the stop loss is. But when you are aware that this stop loss is how much, you can even place a trade and even forget about it and go and do other things. Even if you come back and it's hit, it's okay. It means somehow there was something wrong with your analysis or whatever, or is there any fake outs or any manipulation that happened? So you're not just observing now to see what is currently happening, but basically your stop loss, you would have placed it where it must be. Right. So VIX, that is the current analysis for the day.
Yeah, but then that's a nice view. I like the observations of that other trend line. Yeah.
Which
nice
one?
Observation. The other trend line that you introduced on the long term frame, no, from the other side. Yeah, this one coming from the
bottom,
the left.
This one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You just need to open your eyes and see these things. So here on the 15-minute, once price closes above that trend line, it can give a mini buying opportunity, whether to that area or to that area. But now we also look out now to see if now price does the opposite of everything that we're expecting, whereby it comes here and breaks there. There, if it gives a retest, you can even sell. Once we break out here on this key level and retest, you can even sell the next levels of support and resistance. But basically, right now, what I'm expecting is price to go back up there and give us that retest to that daily daily trend line. So this one is a rare scenario now that can actually, it can also happen, but it's very rare. It's a very rare
Which
case.
one?
This one,
going down.
yeah.
It's not rare. I thought it was the common one.
It's not common. It's rare. This one. It's unlike for the VIX to just do that without going back up there. So it's very rare, very rare.
Yeah.
So that is a rare case. So basically now the major target is, first major target is this area here. So basically if it comes and gives a rejection there, it means you're going to have to need the muscles to hold all the way. All the way.
Hey, this time I just want to, like, hey, I just wish for to get hold of a VIX75 trade and then go with it down. You see, scaling in, just going down, scaling in, going down. You see, but I think it goes there. That would be a great chance of entering further from the TP.
Yeah. So someone, Mr. Eugene is typing here and chatting and say, came in late, but I see a sell setup. So I'm just trying to see where the sell setup is.
Yeah, Mr.
So, I know.
Early this morning, imagine what's happening. It's retracing way.
Way, yes.
I was like, yeah.
Retracing way. You need to answer. Don't just say retracing.
Yeah.
Retracing to where? So now, if you see this current candle now, it's doing exactly as we were anticipating, whereby it gives some form of rejection to the upside, which is good for us because we can even enter after this candle. Your stop loss somewhere here. If you even take a 0.002, that's a $16 stop loss. It's fine, something reasonable. If the market goes your way, if it comes to this high here, you can shift your stop loss to entry. Once the market comes there, you can shift your stop loss to entry, then watch what price does, because oftentimes it can go up in form of retracements as well, whereby we have that area there, it goes to that area, comes back, retraces a bit, then so all those things are possible. So, but you having your stop loss to entry, you now be at a safer position, unlike someone who is expecting to take a loss. So meaning if ever you're taking out on a break even, you still have a chance to even enter whenever the market gives a form of clarity. So basically now it's time to buy the VIX. You can even take a buy on your VIX. Take a buy, my friend. Okay. Mr. Eugene's, you can also buy the VIX. Nicely, your stop loss just like where we have placed it, like that. So that is it, guys, for the VIX. Nothing mysterious, nothing magical here. We're simply following the principles. Simply following the principles. You hear someone in the group saying, can't you guys have started buying VIX? What is happening?
Yeah, you have to upload this one also.
Okay. So that is it, guys. That is it. If you have any questions, you can ask. You can ask. So this rare case scenario, that one is rare. A very rare scenario that can happen, whereby price comes, continues selling without going back up to retrace, to give us a retest on the daily, like the one that we're expecting on the daily time frame. So this one, but I actually have it as a rare case scenario. At the back of my mind, I even have it. So you can even label it a rare case scenario in case it happens, so that if it happens, you're not shaken. You are not shaken when it happens. You are not shaken. Rare case scenario like that. Rare case scenario, that one. Rare case scenario where the price continues selling without some form of going up or retracing to the upside. That's a rare case scenario. So once it happens, the rare case scenario, simply look for targets to the downside, whether you use your support or resistance or use your Fibonacci. You can simply use that as your targets. So we simply now look out and see how price responds now. If that candle closes bullish, it's actually also something good for us, because it will be showing that most probably we are on the right side of market. So that is it for.
And if it closes bearish, we just wait.
We just wait, relax. So long it doesn't hit your stop loss, you know, you have to relax. You have to learn to relax. relax. Okay. Because most of you are shaken now when price is moving like this. Then you say, let me come out. Then after coming out, you realize that in this 12 minutes, it will simply come and close above, then continue going where you're expecting. So you just need to relax after entering like that. Relax and see what price is really trying to do. Is it trying to just shake people a bit, then go where it must go, or what is it trying to do? So basically, that is it for the VIX. I hope everything is clear to everyone.
No, it's clear.
Okay, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see if how is the jump?
The jump so far so good. So far, I'm just looking at it's ranging right now. Yeah, but then I will